We are at Arca South. It's one of the most hip development right now. It's one of the in developments of Ayaland. And we're going to talk to you about what's happening here, and is it really a good idea to buy properties here, to invest here? What's going to look like many years from now? Hi, this is Randall Tiongson, and medyo kakaiba yung video natin now because we're gonna go off-site. It's really location tayo. It's kind of boring doing it from my room. But we're gonna go in this place, and we are at Arca South. It's one of the most hip development right now. It's one of the in developments of Ayaland. And we're gonna talk to you about what's happening here, and is it really a good idea to buy properties here, to invest here? What's gonna look like many years from now? So with me, okay, so this point I'd like to introduce my new friend, si Janelle. Janelle's from Ayaland, and Janelle, everything's happening ang dami. I mean, there's a full blast. It's a lot of things happening. What's the latest with Arca South?
Hi, Randall. We're so happy to have you here in Arca South and to show you around what's happening. So right now, we're in the heart of the estate. So we're surrounded by residential developments, and over there in front, we have the commercial and the retail developments. So over the years, we've been planning Arca South to be the next wave of Central Business District following the success of Makati and BGC. But we've also been integrating a lot of our best practices from other Ayala land estates. So we're integrating a lot of parks and open spaces. In fact, about 40% of the entire estate is developing as a park or an open space.
One thing I realized here, Janelle, it's like, the way I look at it, it gives me a feel of how BGC looked maybe 15-20 years ago, particularly the Serenda area. But at the same time, it gives me element and feels of Nuvali. Parang, it's like deliberate that it kind of looks like in between a BGC and a Nuvali.
Exactly. So what we're going for here is we're getting the best of both worlds. So we have a very modern city, but we also want to give our residents and our office locators the feel of somewhat suburban, which is why we have all these pocket parks that we have in place.
But I can breathe more here.
Yeah.
I can walk more here.
Yeah.
And I noticed the way I look at it, this area is going to be like not too much of a car area, but really more of a walking area and biking area.
Yeah, so that's what we had in mind when we were planning the estate. We wanted it to be a very walkable city. So you can get from point A to point B in around 10 to 15 minutes in a very leisurely walk. So you can get from your condo all the way to the mall just by walking through the park, similar to the high street of BGC.
So what I realized that even if this is a combination business and residential, if I'm a resident here, I don't feel like I'm living inside a CBD. Like some areas, I won't mention where, it feels like I live in a residence, but everything is an office here. But here it's a little bit different. I still feel like I'm in a modern village. I'm in a new village, and yet it's not too far away from the business area. So parang that's a very good development.
Yeah, so that's what's beautiful about being able to plan a development in its entirety. So we're able to segment our residential district away from the hustle and bustle of the commercial development. So you have your own enclave in the residential area, but we still have a lot of commercial activity going on the other side of the city.
So I can work and play here.
Exactly.
Pretty much work, play, live here.
Yeah.
I look at it from many years from now, I don't even need to leave. I don't even need to leave this place.
Yes, and everything is very walkable, and the paths are very shaded. We have a wide pedestrian walkway. We have bike lanes. So everything that you need to get from one place to another without hassle of bringing your car.
It looks like you developed this for people,
Exactly.
not for buildings. We're going to talk to you more about developments and stuff like that. So you're going to be my tour guide. Okay, take me around Arca, and tell me about all the latest development.
Sure.
Okay, so ito now gives you feel that it's really happening. So the background is it's landers. And the way I look at it, this is gonna be up and coming the next few months.
Yes, exactly. So right now we're at Arca Boulevard, and behind us, as you mentioned, is Landers. They started construction late last year and they're set to complete in the next, let's say, maybe 1 to 2 months. So it's really gonna bring in a lot of activity here in Arca South.
More reason if you're residing here, there's now a membership area. It's like a grocery I can go to, and there's a lot of things happening right here. And I also noticed, we're in this area. This is their residential, the shopping area, commercial, and at the back is residential. And in front are your offices.
Yeah, so we planned this very deliberately with a lot of planning in mind. So we clustered together the residential group so that it's more quiet, and then we paired it up with a lot of retail. So we have a mall, and then we have the membership shopping, and then we have upcoming cafes and even an events place in this area. And then on the other side is for our office development. So we have a couple that have already been completed, and we have some coming along the way. So if you notice, there's a lot of construction going on in Arca South. It's really booming, it's really happening, and we're looking forward to the next maybe 5 years.
So this seems to be a place where the demarcation here, it's the shops, the restaurants, the shops, the cafes. At the back will be your residential. In front will be your offices.
Exactly.
So ang galing, no? So like this area, retail and stuff, can serve both the residential and the commercial at the same time. And I like it, no? Parang if I'm a resident here, I'm still okay at the back. I mean, I don't need to cross here if I don't need to, but I'm gonna be okay. But if I need to go to the offices, literally I can just walk.
Yes.
So it's nice to start seeing more of these offices here.
Yes.
Right. So that's the whole idea. That's the development right now. Again, what's your vision? What do you think? What do you see 5-10 years from now?
Maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, we're seeing a lot of commercial and retail activity because we have the residential developments in place already. So it's time for the office developments and the retail developments to come in. And then we're seeing Arca to be more accessible. We have incoming infrastructure from the government in the form of the subway and also the commuter railway, which will have a station right by the exit of Arca South.
Wow. So yeah, let's talk about the subway. So the subway is gonna connect Metro Manila, right? So literally, if I'm from Quezon City, let's say Mindanao Avenue, West Avenue, I can actually go here and live here and work there, or vice versa.
Exactly. So it's really all about connectivity, and we're trying to partner with the government to decongest EDSA or C5.
So that's the idea, and it's even gonna cross through Ortigas Center. So that's the whole idea. So it's really gonna be a haven for. I'm happy that this is not gonna be a development for cars. It's a development for people.
Exactly.
Finally.
Exactly.
Well, it's gonna be like a walking, bustling area. It's well developed and yet it's still friendly for people. Maybe you'd see more bikes here later on.
Yes. So it's very friendly for people. We have wide pedestrian walkways, we have bike lanes, but we're also built to accommodate a lot of businesses.
To support.
Sustain the development. So most of our lots here are for office development. So it's really a hub for businesses also to thrive, similar to Makati, which is a central business district. So that's what we have in mind also. So we have infrastructure to support the internet, the power, whatever needs of grade A office developments.
So it's a better developed CBD, if you ask me. Because
Yes.
you separate the CBD, you separate the residential, and yet it's integrated.
Yes, exactly. So we take all of our best practices from our other developments and put it into Arca.
Yeah, it's nicer here than BGC. Kasi nga of the way it's developed, no, better. More open spaces, more parks, more stuff like that. So Landers is one of those that's gonna kick off. You're gonna expect the Jollibee group, you're gonna expect the Coffee Bean, the No group, the Coffee Bean group to be able to do that. So more reason to come here.
Exactly.
Or if I'm living here, I don't really always have to go out to Makati, to BGC, or to anywhere. I can actually stay here. So 1, 2, 3 years, it's gonna be busy. And maybe if I have maybe 5 years, it's gonna be really different.
Yeah.